Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really big story, a landmark decision coming out of Germany that just slammed the brakes on a pretty scary EU plan for mass digital surveillance. This is a huge win for privacy, and we're going to break down exactly what it means for you.
So let's get right into it. The big news is that Germany has officially rejected a super controversial EU surveillance proposal. And trust me, this one move has massive implications for the future of private communication for, well, pretty much everyone online.
So, here's how we'll walk through it. We'll start with the victory itself, then unpack the threat it stopped. We'll look at why Germany took this stand, what it means for the future, and finally, what's next in this ongoing fight. All right, so first up, what actually happened? Well, the German government came out and officially declared its opposition to the EU's proposed chat control regulation. They basically drew a line in the sand, saying this far and no further when it comes to digital privacy. And this wasn't just some minor political disagreement. People are calling this a monumental win. It's a really crucial moment for protecting the digital rights of every single citizen in the European Union. But a victory against what exactly? Let's break down the proposal that kicked up this whole storm, a plan that's become widely known as chat control. At the heart of this proposal is something called client-side scanning. Now, just imagine a system that has to scan every single private message, every photo, every file on your phone before it gets encrypted and sent out. That's literally what was on the table. Privacy experts were warning about some really devastating consequences here. First, it would completely break end-to-end encryption. Think of encryption like a sealed envelope that only you and the receiver can open. This would force a scan of the letter before you even put it in the envelope, creating a permanent backdoor. Second, this isn't targeted surveillance. It's a massive dragnet over everyone's private messages. And third, it opens a Pandora's box for something called scope creep, where a tool built for one purpose could easily be turned to scan for all sorts of other things, like political opinions. So why was Germany the country to take such a hard line on this? Well, the answer actually goes deep into its constitution, what they call their basic law. The German Justice Ministry, they couldn't have been more blunt about it. They said that this kind of surveillance, mandatory, general, and indiscriminate, is fundamentally incompatible with the core rights guaranteed to its citizens, period. You see, the German Grundgesetz, their basic law, was written after World War II with a very deep-seated distrust of state surveillance. It specifically protects the secrecy of telecommunications, the Fernmeldegeheimnis, and it guarantees every single person's right to control their own information. Chat control was seen as a direct assault on both of those core principles. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. On the one hand, you have legal targeted surveillance, which focuses on specific people with a court order. It's proportionate. But chat control, that's indiscriminate mass surveillance. It basically treats every single person as a suspect from the get-go, which is totally disproportionate and, as Germany argued, unconstitutional. Okay, so this decision isn't just about stopping a bad law. It's also about sending a really powerful message that actually validates and empowers a more private digital future and the companies that are trying to build it. For companies that are committed to things like privacy by design and strong end-to-end encryption, companies like Linkspreed, Germany's stand is a huge validation. It says, yes, building your business on user trust and data protection is absolutely the right way to go. And in fact, to celebrate this win for digital freedom and to encourage more people to build on these principles, there's a really cool initiative happening right now. So for this entire month, anyone who signs up to build their very own privacy-focused social network can request $100 in free credits. That's a huge jump up from the usual $12. And it's super simple. You just sign up, request those promotional credits, and you can start building your own secure platform. It's a great way to celebrate this win for freedom of expression. Now, as amazing as this victory is, we've got to be realistic. The whole legislative process in the EU is incredibly complex, and this story is definitely not over yet. But Germany's no vote is a serious roadblock. It makes it much, much harder for this proposal to get the majority it needs to pass into law. It's a major hurdle for the pro-surveillance side. And what's more, Germany isn't standing alone. This really bold move strengthens a growing coalition of other countries that have also voiced serious concerns about weakening encryption, places like the Netherlands, Poland, and Austria. And so we'll leave you with this thought to chew on. Is one nation's principled stand enough to protect the future of digital freedom for an entire continent? It was a critical battle, for sure.
But the larger fight for a free and private internet, well, that continues. And it's a fight that affects every single one of us.